Oh yeah, black sun in the hizzle, all for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent after show tonight. Yep, and we got Yanga right there. Oh man, let me put my coat of arms on. Hold on. Put my coat of arms on. God,
What's up,
coming,
man?
coming in here with the coat of arms on.
Mandatory, mandatory. What's good, brother? The ringer bell went home. I'm
Yes,
honored to be the first one on the ringer to bring it home, and honored to have been open up the damn season.
absolutely.
So that's what's
Absolutely,
up, man.
brother. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Anybody can join. We're not gonna stay on too long, 'cause I know everybody got to go to work. But Yanga, man,
Hey,
congratulations.
man, thank
But
you, man.
I got that. No, 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 no,
Nope,
Yanga.
nope, nope.
Mm-mm,
Now the
no,
nigga they
no.
called Dr.
Mm-mm.
Kane a
I got to ask,
nationalist.
why this nigga call MLK a black nationalist?
Yo, Hey, man,
No, no,
that.
no, no, Yanga. No, no,
No,
no. This
that
nigga
was the
said.
damnedest thing. Yeah,
This nigga said MLK was a black
with
nationalist.
a black nationalist. Yeah, man, that was the craziest.
No,
That
no,
was the
Yanga.
craziest
No,
thing.
no, no, no.
Mm-mm.
This nigga said MLK was a black nationalist. Oh God, he killed himself on that.
Man,
Oh, he really
man,
tried, boy.
he
KOT,
tried.
shout out to
He
KOT.
tried.
God
Shout out, man. I
damn.
appreciate him giving me this debate again. I told KOT though. I said this
Yeah,
piece. What's good, Deacon? I told KOT my warning to KOT when we were setting up the debate. I said, KOT, I'm not one to take people's thunder. I don't like to take
right.
your shine. I said, but that first
Exactly.
time I didn't kind of prepare.
Right.
Are
Yeah.
you sure you want to do this again? I think he was feeling confident. He was like, I found some new material. But a fucking 100-year-old Bobby Seale, 50 years after the fact, with no, I was just like, nah, it ain't gonna fly.
Yanga,
Yeah.
what did Dr. Khalid Dul Muhammad say about Bobby Seals?
I forget, but I know he was talking about barbecue Bobby.
He ain't a barbecue
Yeah.
Bobby. Wasn't no
Barbecue
black
Bobby.
nationalists always hiding behind white women. This is what
Yeah.
Dr. Khalid Muhammad
Yeah.
said. Scheme!
Thank you, Free Spirit. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it.
Man, what's going down with y'all, man? Good
Man, what's
dub,
going
Yanga.
down, man? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, congrats.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I had that, man. I couldn't go out any other way. This was the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
I'm already knowing.
yeah.
This was the tiebreaker. Shouts out again to KOT, man. But right now I'm smelling them flowers. He tried it. He
He
tried. He
tried it,
tried the
man.
shit out of me.
Yo.
He tried that
Who was
shit.
he talking? What was he talking? Who was he trying to say?
Uh,
Scheme, this nigga said MLK was a black nationalist.
Yo,
he
I heard
tried
him
it, man.
say
No,
MLK had
no,
some
no,
crack.
no,
Had
no,
them, had them
no,
guns.
no, 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 no. This nigga said MLK was a black nationalist.
I'm sure no. Yeah, it was a trip, man. It was a trip. He tried to, the
Damn.
whole thing was that really, man, just really I felt like just a lot of mishmash, when he
Yeah,
kept saying fighting for. They were fighting for the same things, right? That doesn't necessarily denote ideology. Ideology is the idea to achieve the fucking goal. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And
right.
that's what I was constantly trying to point out. I'm glad that somewhere along the line the judges heard that. That
yeah. That
yeah,
was
they
clear,
they
Yanga.
they
That was
share
clear.
different ideologies clearly.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Yeah,
know, King just recognized that civil rights shit. King signed the Civil Rights Bill 1964. He
Hmm.
recognized that shit was dead
yeah,
and Black
Yeah,
Power was on the horizon.
yeah.
So he just tried to make his shit, make that shit a Black Powerish in
Yeah,
rhetoric.
he,
But yeah,
he tried to just try to be on a more economical standpoint towards the
exactly.
end, but
that's
it
right.
was too late.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes.
So
And like I said, we don't, my whole thing is I thought that was some good points he made. I wasn't knocking the economic standpoint, but King's whole overall philosophy wasn't to determine a national
yeah,
destiny for Black people. It was
No.
to empower Black people through equality in an already existing system.
yeah, yeah, and
You know,
it was not. good going down King's Road.
No,
Um,
no.
so
He
it,
tried it, but I told you he thought I was gonna snooze on his ass again. I
And
wasn't gonna
when
do that again.
when
Huh?
KOT said MLK had guns, he could have at least said a 45 or a pistol. He said rifles. I was like,
Rifles
oh
is crazy.
no.
Man, he got, I knew where he
Damn.
was going. Like the book he talked about is a book. This civil rights stuff will get you killed. I think it's by Robert Williams,
Bob
which
Williams, yeah.
is which is a good book. But I just think that I can tell he didn't read the motherfucker because he was he was misquoting it and shit. It wasn't for me. I was like, I wish he'd have threw that shit out there when we was debating because I actually read the book. But I mean,
yo,
that was the whole point I was trying to make. Okay, the debate was, did Dr. King and the Black Panther Party share the same ideology? He was using Dr. King synonymous with the civil rights movement, just like the Black Panther Party is not the whole Black Power movement. You had the US organization, United Slave Organization, Black Liberation Army. You had,
That's right.
So many.
did you call him out on him conflating those two?
What's that?
Like the him like mixing the civil rights movement with
I
Martin Luther.
did.
Damn,
Yeah, he
what did
did.
he
Yeah.
what did he say?
I mean, he just danced around, man.
He started
KOT
sweating.
get, start sweating and start
Babbling.
talking and double talking and shit. Yeah,
To get to
babbling on the
babbling,
answer to the
you're like,
questions.
fuck.
Right. I mean, that's what I was saying. I was like, yo, that's exactly what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're making it's civil rights, then it's Dr. King, and then like I told him about Bobby Seals. Respect to Bobby Seals, but one man isn't the Panther Party. That's why I used the 10-point platform and program. One of the things I didn't want to do, because as I began to study, you can go down that rabbit hole. It was like so much shit to pull from. I said, you know what? And son called me. We were talking. I was telling son that was one of the problems. And because son had made some suggestions. Yo, throw this in there. Of course, the father of black nationalism, relative black nationalism, Malcolm X. He was like, throw that. I was like, I don't want to make it that deep. I don't want it all over the place.
Yeah.
Because I knew that's what he was gonna do. I
That
knew he was gonna be shooting
good
at everything.
strategy.
Yeah.
Good strategy. Good strategy. Damn.
I just, just stick to 10-point platform. I thought it did everything I needed it to do. It expressed their desires, which were the desires of the masses of black people. We want freedom, shit. We want education. Yet it also offered them their ideology. Like, we believe, but this is how we believe we'll get that. Yeah, King wanted the same thing, but he didn't believe they could achieve it the same way.
Right. Plus, you cannot centralize the leadership of the Black Panther after the fact.
Right.
You can't do that.
After the fact, right.
After the fact, yeah. So, of course, Bobby Seals is going to jump on the bandwagon 20, 50, whatever, how many plus years later.
It's
jump on. Yeah, that's,
I mean, and I had a question, and I hate to come on Bobby like that, because I would have told him, do your research on how Bobby makes his living. Now, part of his living is speaking. So, of course, he's going to be very accommodationist now. Of course, it's going to be, even if it has to be revisionist history. Me believing, and no disrespect to the Nation of Islam, but me believing King was going to join the Black Panther Party is like me believing Elijah Muhammad is on a fucking mothership.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. I need one person to at least corroborate that. Can I get one more pamphlet that heard King say? You see what I'm saying?
No, he was reaching. He was saying a lot of stuff, but he had no.
King was gonna join. Can you even see King in a beret with a shotgun? I'd love to see that though. Black leather jacket. King probably would look cool as shit. I'd love to see that.
Nah, he had a plan and an agenda that did not involve any of that type of shit. That was all the opposition of his plan, which was what Malcolm and them was pushing.
That's right.
So yeah, he was just for the turn the other cheek shit.
Absolutely.
So I don't know why the hell KLT. I don't know if that's what he was doing in this debate, focusing on physical, like as far as the ideology on the means to get on a physical aspect is totally opposite. And
totally opposite.
He definitely doesn't even need to be talking about physicality.
Exactly. But I knew he was gonna come there. I know, like I said, I really believe it was just just riding the high of the last debate. What got me knocked
I
out of the playoffs?
guess, yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think he thought he had a clinch. I got
He
this
said
clinch. I beat him the
riding the
first time.
high of the
Yeah,
last.
Yeah.
That's so funny
right.
because like I feel like you won that one, but like this one, like
I
it's
did too.
I gotta watch it again, but it sound like you won again. Shit, like I mean,
Yeah,
that's
87 to 80. They gave it
like
to me. I appreciate it. Shout out to the judges.
Yeah. That broke the
You
tie
know,
right there, man. That's why I was
yeah.
kind of, yo, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard the title was the same thing, I said, damn, he about to take away his victory. And
Hey,
I said, damn, he about to take away his victory. Like at least
yeah.
let
at
that
least
be.
savor it, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
let that go in the annals of history. So he erased his victory.
man,
He
look.
canceled it out.
I told him, I warned him. I said, look, I was being humble. I
Yeah.
didn't want to shit on your parade. You have won. I didn't want to come say, oh, I have prepared for the debate. I said, but if you want to, I said, season 5, I want to do something different. But if you want to go this route, he was like, well, we can, like, and I think he was just feeling confident and not real. And I think he had stumbled across that article and felt like, oh, this is,
Oh yeah, he ran with that. Oh
the key piece
no.
here. But like I
What
said,
article? He had an article that you knew about and he used it and it felt countered him. Like
I
He
appreciate it,
says,
Akasha. Yeah, now he used an article he had from Bobby Seals,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
and Bobby Seals talking his fantastic shit. Like I said though, however, man, I knew my clincher was gonna be because I stuck to the assignment, the debate. What was the Black Panthers ideology? I'm not talking about Bobby Seals. I didn't want to get into Huey Newton. I knew that he was gonna say King influenced them, so I really wanted to put some focus on Stokely Carmichael, who was instrumental in ushering in the Black Power movement
Yeah, that was a
era.
good movie. That was a good movie.
So I wanted to
mm.
focus on his influences on the party. But I knew if he tried to come with that masquerading their desires as their ideology, I was going to attempt to bust the head of that shit. What's going on, Blue?
Wow. Peace to the DMT.
Blue was good.
Bro, you know what's funny, Yanga? And that's funny. Last time I said this to you, and I was like, I feel like it would be impossible for him to do, but I was like, what would you do if KOT was like, King was a communist, so was these niggas. Boom, and started going in like these.
Mm-hmm.
I got secret files on this nigga. I got this and that. Oh,
I
I
thought
got
he was
why
gonna
just going nuts on some Alex Jones shit.
shit. Listen, I thought he was gonna come that way with the communist thing. He didn't come as hard as I thought he was
Cause
because
he's
I was
not
gonna
a scholar.
right. I thought I was gonna hit him
Damn.
with I was gonna hit if he came that way. I was gonna hit him with the branches of communism. I was gonna say, well, Huey was a Maoist. If King was a communist,
Right.
which has never been proven, King would have been a Marxist.
Damn.
Right. Yeah, that
You
would
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He'd have been a fucking Marxist. He definitely
Yeah.
wasn't a revolutionary, a socialist. He wasn't a Maoist. He wasn't even a
He
Leninist.
ain't good fooling. That would have been a crazy rebuttal on his ass. He would have been like,
Yeah. He'd be like, I'd have told him, I'd have been like a Marxist. He's a Marxist. Appreciate it, Trevor. Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
but I actually expected him to come hard like that.
It's funny because I said this last time. I was like, he didn't come with King being a communist. He was like, hell nah. I was like, well, how the fuck did he win? I'm like, what the fuck? That was
Yeah.
the only little bit of shit and then you just rebutted that. I mean, like,
yeah.
yeah.
You know what? I thought that was going to be scheme. I really thought that was going to be the rabbit he pulled out of his hat. So that's what I was going to use.
Digging. He was
And
not.
No, Yanga, once you pulled out desire versus ideology, that killed that. You cemented that. That was the cement right there. I say, oh, even when you first told me desire, I was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, I remember you
What's
said
that?
that.
Yeah.
What's that desire?
The wants, like he was
Oh,
mistaken.
desire.
Desire. He was kept, like I tried to point out that they may share the same desires. We want is a desire, and the Panthers address that. But then they go on again, at the risk of sounding redundant, go on to say, but we believe. And belief in my opening was a part of the definition of theory, which was a part of ideology. Ideology is a theory. Belief was a part of theory. So when they said we believe, essentially saying this is our ideology. Then I went back and showed what King really believed about Black power, about separation, about violence. You know, I don't care if they wanted the same shit. Yeah, everybody want a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But how are you going to go if the jobs aren't there? The question arose, if the jobs aren't there, what are you going to do? King said if the jobs aren't there, like they weren't, he's going to appeal to the government.
What up, Blue? What
Peace
up?
to the DMT. Damn.
Peace to the DMT.
What's good?
What's good, man?
Yeah, man, I'm still laughing from that damn Shuckle Buck, man. KOT.
Man, that shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious.
Nigga had rifles and stuff.
Rifles and stuff. He said it go down when the cameras go off. When the cameras go off, it go down. Someone said, how the fuck you know? You know, that just tickled the hell out of me. How you know? If the camera's off.
Yo.
Man, he said it go down, boy. Go down over here. He ain't about that life.
What the fuck is guilty?
Hey, Blue left the comments said, DMI can't be leaving bodies.
Okay. So he said the camera on, King be on that, and we must all get along. When the cameras go off, I'm gonna kill that cracker. Yeah, man, come on. He tried it though. He tried it.
Oh my
He tried it.
God damn.
That's a classic right there. That might be a classic.
That was.
When the cameras was off.
Yeah, it goes down, man. I appreciate. Shouts out to KOT, man. I appreciate him giving me the debate, giving me opportunity. Tiebreaker. I ain't even gonna front. I had some shit on the line. KOT. Everybody was hyping me up, my man. If you go back and listen to this, or if you think get in the panel, jump on for a moment. But yeah, I was like, shit, fuck, freaking tiebreaker. I'm not going out like that, man. You know, I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was all over the place. I got the giggling. When I'm not even gonna front. First, I was a little apprehensive. I was a little nervous. I was like, But when he did his opening and his presentation, I just got tickled. I said, all right,
yeah, because it was the same exact debate. I was like, oh,
basically.
I said he's coming with the same debate. I said, oh, it's over.
He was feeling himself.
It was. I think it was solid, but I think it was. Yeah, I think it was from the last debate he had. It was stuff I thought he could have added. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking that in the last debate, I was like, ooh, it was other. You know, it was ways he could have did it. I think even when you I think even references. I think when MLK references, you know, not having the boots, because I think the last time y'all more so was really in equity and equality.
Yeah, that's why. And that's where he agreed to me. Yeah.
And see, I think you can show MLK quotes where he goes and talks about equity, whether it's you know you going to talk about him, how he talked about the bus situation, you know, and his outlook on that after the fact, or even just in general when he talked about them pulling ourselves up by our own bootstraps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was like, you gotta have boots in order to do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't even own a pair of boots. So I'm like, I wanted to see that come out in this debate. It didn't come out in the last one. I was looking for that one in this one though. So yeah, man, definitely. I thought though, man, it was in general. I thought the presentation on both sides was fire. I thought the arguments was fire. I just thought once y'all arguments interacted though, I think that's where you kind of pulled away.
Yeah, when the what part again, Blue?
When y'all arguments interacted.
Yeah.
You know, rapid. You know what I mean? You could see where the difference in the discussion was happening.
Okay. That's what's up. I'm gonna have to go back and check it out. Like I said, I knew during the premise, I kind of sensed what he was gonna do. So I just set it up for that. I said he's going to use desire and ideology interchangeably. He's going to use goals and ideology interchangeably. And I'm going to have to just keep reiterating the fact that we may have shared common desires, like a Christian and a Muslim both want to go to heaven.
Right. Good point.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just that simple. They both, but they go about setting to achieve this task in different ways.
Yeah,
So
that's
I just
a
wanted
fire analogy.
Yeah,
That is,
so I just wanted to keep reiterating. That's what I had that point. That they may have shared the same objective to agree. They're oppressed people. I mean, a slave wants to be free, but some slaves will tell on another nigga to get his freedom, and some will run. Some will kill master, and some will do. They're all, but it's all one for a shared desired result, and that's freedom. And so. That's what I was trying to point out. And then again, like I said, remembering the assignment, to me, he was just all over the place. He couldn't show me where these were King's ideologies. He showed me instances in the movement where people in the movement may have had guns. Just, then he went to the tactic thing of nonviolence. Yeah, and it was a tactic. Yeah, it's a tactic from a nonviolent ideology. I mean, that's what tactics are made from. And then the last thing I think he really tried to get over for me was the coalition part.
Oh yeah, you killed him on that. Yeah,
I attempted to. I don't feel like, and that's why I tried to keep reiterating that the Black Panther Party wasn't a black supremacist movement. It wasn't a black racist movement. It did not advocating working with other revolutionaries. It was saying, though, in order to be effective for black people, it must only contain black people. Therefore, we have, other organizations, we'll work in conjunction with other organizations. We still have a common enemy if you're the proletariat, because they were still socialists. So they still rocked with the proletarian class or the working class. Right. So they're going to fight with the working class people, but in the everyday dialectics and everyday day-to-day life of black folk, they knew they had to address the black issues. You know what I'm saying? So now, hell no, white people didn't belong to the Black Panther Party, but belonged to other groups that worked in coalition to end the spread of imperialism and capitalism. I don't know about what part of that he didn't get.
Now, you did make a statement that the Black Panthers were not integrated.
I don't
clarify that.
Yeah, as a party, they were not integrated. I don't think white people. I've never run across a record where white people were members of the Black Panther Party.
You saying in order for them to be integrated, white people would have had to have been a part of it?
Yeah, for the party to be integrated. Yeah, how do you integrate a party if you don't have no white people in it? Are you saying they were integrationists?
I would think that, in general, the ideology, I think, is more of an integrated ideology. But I think when we look at the actions, I think the actions was integrated action.
The ideology, I've yet to find where would you say it was an integrated ideology?
I think once we start proclaiming power to all people, that's a form of integration in itself. I think, but specifically, my argument though would be specifically dealing with their relationship with the system in general or government.
Okay, that it was.
So I would argue to be they fought for integration.
Yeah, I would argue. How I would have argued that is integration into an American system. I would have countered that. One, that they didn't fight for integration into American system, and I'd have went back to the 10-point platform and program. Despite what actions we may have said, I would have said, what is their ideology stated in the program? That they want a national destiny. They want a plebiscite held by members of the black colony to determine that national destiny. I think that speaks to people. I would argue that revolution in a whole has no color. So the end of imperialism is going to take all revolutionary forces. But the fact what made Huey, his ideology, his particular ideology, that to me comparable to Maoism, is that the race factor is added in. See, Lenin, socialism, and other groups don't add the race factor. Over in Europe, it was all them crackers. So the race factor isn't added. Huey added the race factor of self-determination, which he got largely, I believe, from Malcolm X. That we must control our destiny. We must control wherever we're in the minority. So you see their actions at empowering us, very nationalist actions. You see their protests and they're attacking the system, very revolutionary attacks. So they were aligned with other revolutionary groups. But when it came to serving the black community or their primary focus, you see that on the black community. That's why I would argue black nationalism, self-determination.
So you would say that, would you say that the Black Panthers caused more of a disruption than Martin Luther King?
In what? The system?
Yeah, to the system.
No, I think they had the potential, but I think that the white man usurped that. They understood that Dr. King was a disruptor, but then when the likes of Malcolm and the Panthers and stuff and Black Power began to really rise up, that they endorsed and supported Dr. King. So I say that I think they were more of a threat to the system than Dr. King, but not more of it. I don't think they had the longevity enough to prove that they could be more disruptive. I think there was such a threat that they put the foot down early in the game. Yeah.
Now, and what was so them becoming a Black Panther actual party? You wouldn't think that, you wouldn't call that a move for integration?
Becoming a Black Panther member?
Party.
No.
Because it was creating their own political party also, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So in that would be an engaging in the politics that's here.
Engaging, we would look at their politics at first wasn't the politics. They did what a Dr. King did. As Dr. King began to try to radicalize his policies, we look at what happened to the Black Panther Party and we see the reformism coming in. Huey had gotten locked up. Bobby, who already had tendencies of reformism, began to take control. In fact, what he did was suspend the party, bring all the people up there, and have key members run for office. So a revolutionary party became very reformist. This is why when Huey came home, he was pissed. You know what I'm saying? And you start getting the breakup. There you get the breakup of, then you start seeing the New York Black Panther Party, the breakup between West Coast and East Coast. That split in the parties because of the political ideological direction. You know what I'm saying? If you read the writings of the Dragon Man of George Jackson, you'll find that what we see later in the party is damn sure not what we found at the inception. So I believe it was just they became really the attacks, key members dying, police suppression and repression made them to take more of a reformist view and reformist shit. But I don't think they started out like that. You know, that's why I stuck to the 10-point platform and program. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and just in general, though, you saying that the Black Panthers would have been more of a threat to the system, or were more of a threat to the system than Martin Luther King.
Yep. As per words of Gay Edgar Hoover, he said the most dangerous threat to national security is the Black Panther Party. The head of the FBI, stated that.
Mm-hmm. Domo brought that out in our debate.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they from what they were teaching. If Dr. King was a communist, it was subversive communist teachings. Shit, Huey and them were selling the Red Book. They were overt, outright. Had socialist leanings, very strong socialist leanings that they didn't make any bones about. They were Black nationalists in the sense, or self-determinists in the sense of the programs, the survival programs they set up, survival programs leading the revolution in the lieu of revolution, which were aimed and geared towards the Black community. But real revolutionaries understand that revolution transcends ethnicity and that the struggle is an imperialist people struggle. So they incorporated other revolutionaries. But what I loved about the Black Panther is they didn't do what you see a lot of other black groups do, or what King did. They didn't lose their identity into these other groups. They didn't do like, SCLC had all kind of memberships in it. White, black. They didn't do that. They still retained and maintained an identity, a black identity. They were just saying, you know what, we are contributing as black people to the revolutionary movement. We're not gonna we ain't gonna be revolutionaries with all these other groups. We're gonna be black people in this revolutionary coalition. So that's why they wouldn't let white people join. They didn't no more, being watered down milk toast. But there again, to dispel the myth that the Black Panther Party were black supremacist or racist is, that's where everybody gets it twisted. That they work with white people, okay. And yeah, your point. We sitting here saying that they took heavily from Lenin. Last I checked, Lenin was a European. So it's not a matter of whether they assisted white people or worked alongside of white people. They did it as a collective, as a black collective, never compromising in their identity as black people. And I think that that's what made them so prolific.
Yeah, I think I'm stuck between those two. I think the main one I probably would do is for the Black Panthers, where they integrated
as a group, or were they integrationists?
Yeah, as a group, was it an integrated group?
Ooh.
And when I say integrated, I don't mean like I mean as far as their relationship to the system.
I don't understand.
Like not more so that they involve, like is the group in itself a group for all people, but the action. I'll just say I don't see their actions being different from what we see from Martin Luther King. I kind of, to be honest, I kind of agree with KOT righteously.
Really? I'd have loved to taking you up on that. I'd have loved to taking you up on that. I didn't want to keep whooping up on KOT. Yeah, because I would have taken that, because I don't think I think integrationist, when you're talking integrating, you're talking about integrating into a system. Where I would have argued that is because you work with white people don't mean you're integrated. They weren't trying to integrate into a capitalist system. You know what I'm saying? They were fighting for revolution. Revolution is the power to the people. Revolution is there's a whole nother system. Ideally, in revolution, the ethnicity problem is lost. Ideally, in revolution. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So them fighting along white people, I wouldn't say was integration, because they weren't fighting to integrate into an already existing system that white people had privilege and a 450-year head start. That's what Dr. King was advocating, that we integrate into an already pre-existing system that has been oppressive. That is the very shit that you say you're fighting for, you're trying to integrate into a system that promotes and perpetuates that. You know what I'm saying? That was the flaw of his ideology. That's why in 1964, when they gave us civil rights, nothing happened and the Black Power movement was born. Had the civil rights shit worked, the Panthers we wouldn't even be having this debate. You know what I'm saying? Why recreate the wheel?
Yeah.
So they knew it had to be a new system.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we look at the Civil Rights Act in general. I think that's just we can kind of see that's being more so just a reiteration of the original Civil Rights Act of the 1800s. And so, because righteously we are already were already integrated into society. But
Right.
and actually, that's what I would ask. So you believe in general that black people were already integrated before the 1960 Civil Rights Act?
Um, no, not fully. No. Not by the definition of
Wow, I remember Blue was
integrated.
talking about this last with the debate with who was that, Rio or Domo?
I think you had the one with Rio, if I
About
ain't mistaken.
integration. Yeah, the
Yeah.
integration. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think I had a debate like this with, who did I debate this with? I think it was KOT. I actually think that was the one I won.
The
Oh, that
integration.
yeah, the first one.
Yeah, was integration. Yeah, was integration and colonization the same or something like that? So I, when we say integration, as defined by Merriam-Webster or as desired by the civil rights movement or integrationists, I would say before some of the integration acts were signed into place that we weren't. Integration as desired by the civil rights movement is to be afforded the protection under the law, to be completely integrated into a system with the ability to participate fully within that system. So black people didn't, I believe black people were subjugated to the laws of America, but not integrated. I don't think that they were allowed to.
Whoa, wait, I know what? I thought when slavery was over, black people, everything was normal.
No, hell no.
Not normal. I meant to say, like they just was living amongst, like it was no like on the trains, white people and black people were just sitting together and all that, and then they out of nowhere they was like, okay, now y'all can't be together, and
Yeah,
then yeah,
I
like
would.
so when he
I
asked
would
was they
argue that that's what
integrated,
happened until Jim Crow.
I would disagree. I would say that that's a little bit of when we talked about the Rainbow Coalition. That's where that comes in. That's a class issue. So yeah, maybe some poor trash and some niggas kind of intermingle based on class issue, but it never eradicated the white privilege, the racism, the systemic racism that was set up to divide the country and to make sure that the country runs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had some crackers deal with niggas because they didn't own slaves. But however, they still benefited from white privilege. They still had full protection afforded to them under the law and the right to participate.
yeah,
You
they
know what I'm saying?
sold.
And that's what the Negro didn't
I
have.
thought they sold.
So
Yeah,
wait, I'm saying
go ahead, go ahead,
we
go ahead.
did. I I'll just say that I'm saying that before Jim Crow though we did.
We did what? Have the right to participate in the what you call it?
That we were already we were integrated in society. We had the right to participate. We had protection under the law, like the same statutes and laws that apply for us.
Huh. Mm.
I don't see, like, now we can say that how maybe the laws function or how it played out. We could have seen maybe some discrepancies there,
So you
but
saying
the
before
law
the
was
Civil
already
Rights
written
Act? You saying before the Civil Rights Act, before
of
Jim Crow,
1965. Yeah.
before
Well, I'm
1965,
saying,
we had
I'm
participation
saying after the,
Yeah, I think it got to
after
be before
slavery.
well,
Jim
this would
Crow.
be,
After
yeah,
slavery, you're saying that we had participation into the system.
after slavery, but this is before Jim Crow. This is
Right.
like after the 66 Civil Rights Act, the 67.
Wait a
Yeah, it
Okay.
minute.
was from right after slavery up until Jim Crow, I believe.
Okay. That we were integrated.
Jim Crow was
Yeah,
Jim
it
Crow was
was
a
like
violation
I,
of the Constitution.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought, it's something like I wouldn't say integrated, but yeah, it's like it wasn't like a law against like all black. I don't think it was like no, they wasn't really worried about niggas at the time. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know because
Well, I guess that, but because I remember when Martin Delaney was
well
kicked
they was giving our land away to
of a school.
immigrants, but
I don't know. I don't know. That's Christmas. I don't know. I don't think.
No.
I don't know.
No,
Man,
no.
No.
KOT.
They said we was integrated.
No. KOT. You said Martin Luther King was a black nationalist.
Shalom, fam. Peace, fam.
Peace.
I go to work
good.
2 hours, but I say some stuff. Peace, brother.
Boy, you got your ass
Congratulations.
Peace.
I don't feel like I lost, but I don't know how to judge the judgment. I don't know if I conveyed the message wrong. My performance was bad.
Apparently you didn't.
I don't know.
Listen, Linda, eat that ass whooping. I ate my ass whooping in the playoff. Eat that ass whooping, bruh. Eat it. You talking about you didn't you didn't get it across because you weren't saying shit.
Hold on. That's why I said congratulations, brother. But the judging system in the playoff is different than the point.
It is.
So it's not the same thing.
I was surprised I only beat you with an 87. I was like, what?
Now
87 to 80.
I feel like I had your own information for sure. I don't know about that but listen, I'm gonna tell you why, because I was debating the concept that they documented under in archive.gov, that's black nationalism, socialism, police brutality, and self-defense. So you was arguing the tactics being used. I mean, I was arguing the concept of the organization. So that's
what do you think exactly? You wasn't arguing the concept of the organization though. You was arguing the desires of the masses of black people. And you was masquerading.
I think that if the judges looked at the view you did, I think that's where y'all went wrong, because there's two different definitions for ideology and tactics. See, and if you go by the definitions, then you'll say I will be correct. But y'all,
what is a tactic?
The way you perform something, the way you come up with a plan to achieve a goal.
Okay, and how do you do that?
And your goal is based off of your ideology.
Your goal is not based off your ideology.
By definition, it is. That's what I'm saying.
No, the tactic is based off. The tactic is based off your. The tactic in political terms is called methodology. The method in which you will achieve a thing. What fuels your method is your ideology. The goal is to address one of the social political factors like poverty, income inequality. The goal is to find a solution for that. The tactic will come from your ideology in addressing the problem. The problem ain't the ideology. You trying to make because we all slaves and we want to get free, that's our ideology. That is not our ideology.
See, I don't know what you're going off of. See, I debated according to the definitions. That's what I'm saying.
What's he talking about, bro?
Definition. I don't know where his definition come from, because the definitions say what I'm saying.
Merriam-Webster.
No,
what definition are you using? The ideology.
Well, bring up ideology and then bring up tactics. There's two different definitions. The ideology achieves the goal of the tactics. Achieve the goal of the ideology.
Tell this nigga.
You were debating the tactics the whole time. If they looked at it the way you were looking, then that wasn't the correct way to look at it. But I don't know if my performance was bad.
You're saying the tactic is the way to achieve the goal of the ideology.
And the goal is based off the ideology, yes.
The goal is based on, I can agree with that to a degree. The goal is a solution to a problem, right?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying? The goal is to find a solution to it, and so the tactic.
The tactics was trying to find a solution. The solution brought forth the tactic.
See, that's where you was losing.
No. See, I didn't say solution.
So what's the goal? What is the goal then?
The goal was based off the ideology.
Bro.
Okay, I give you that, but what is the goal for? What is the goal for? To find the problem. The goal would be to find the solution to the problem, right?
And you come up with tactics to do that.
Okay, so what do you draw the tactics from, though?
You having a meeting and ideas off. You go
exactly. Your ideology drives your tactics, which fulfills the goal. That's what I'm telling you. Ideologies fuel the tactics, brother. Your tactic has to
Yeah,
come
of
from
course.
somewhere.
Exactly. We fight.
That's what I'm telling you. You
Yeah,
heard
that's
about
what.
goals, his ideologies and stuff.
See, that's
What?
where you make yourself incorrect though, because
What?
we have an ideology and we
Uh-huh.
come up with tactics to achieve the ideology, and that's what you just saying it in
The
different words. The same thing over
okay.
and over.
Well, the goal is not the ideology. The goal is not the
The
ideology.
goal is to achieve the
Okay,
ideology.
the goal is yes. Now I get there. You go. And the tactic is
Based
the
off the
method.
ideology. That's what I keep telling you.
We're saying that, but that's where you was contradicting yourself. You
No,
trying to
because
say tactic is not a part of ideology.
no, I didn't. I said
Yes,
tactic
you
is not.
did.
No, I said tactic is not ideology. Those two different definitions. You made them the same. They're
I
not.
didn't make them. I said tactics was a part of ideologies. I know
Of
that.
course, it's a part of it because you need tactics to fulfill your ideology. I kept saying that throughout the whole debate. That's what I kept saying
You
throughout
need.
the debate.
You don't need tactics fuel. That's where you was messing up. You don't need tactics to fuel your ideology.
I know. I said
Ideas.
fulfill. I didn't say fuel. I said
Oh,
fulfill your ideology.
ideologies. You don't even really need tactics to fulfill your ideologies. Ideologies are your ideas.
And
They're
you
just
need
simply
you
your
need tactics.
ideas.
You need tactics on everything about everything you do.
The ideologies are simply your idea. You don't need a tactic to think. You need a tactic to think.
They are tactics of ways of thinking.
Okay, I can get that. That's why you lost. That shit right there. That extra deep
No,
stuff. You're
no.
getting too deep, brother. You're getting too deep.
See, I know that's what I'm saying. I've been going over y'all head, but I'm saying I just want to see how it's, so I know to fix my performance next time, or was it my PowerPoint? I need to figure out why I
Well,
didn't
you
get.
did.
I want to know what the highest score is, and I want
Yeah,
to know
yeah. That's what I
what I
want to
need
know
to
too. You
achieve the
did
highest
good
score.
though.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
did.
know.
Nah, man. You gave me a little run for my money, especially in that rapid fire when you wouldn't let me talk. But I'm not going to say that I thought you. I'm not going to say I thought you won. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I'm like 87 to 80. I thought it'd be like 90 to 76 or something.
Of course, we both thought we won. That's how it always. We both thought we won.
Yeah.
I know. But it's different. See, it's different in the playoffs. So if I see you again, that's gonna still be different.
I'm gonna see you again.
It's a point system. So we need to figure out. Once I figure out the point system, then it'll be different. So I know what to do. See, that's the whole beginning of how it is.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could have got me on your performance, the way you can
exactly.
make anything.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I appreciate you giving me my first debate, though. I really appreciate you coming back and giving me my first debate. Thank you, brother.
You did a good job. You did a good job.
I appreciate you giving me the run for my money, though, KLT. All jokes aside, and outside of the ribbon and poking and picking and fucking with you, man, I really appreciate it. You always give me a wonderful debate and a run for my money. I don't sleep on you. I said this time I ain't gonna sleep on your tail. I don't sleep on you, brother.
What's your problem with Bobby Seale now? Why you don't? Why
barbecue Bobby, man. This Negro selling barbecue sauce and shit. He went from off the pig to eat the pig. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Suck out there, man. He just switched up, man. He's an opportunist now. A lot of them now. I wouldn't quote a lot of them so-called Black Panther Party members now because a lot of them have become opportunists.
What do you think he lied on his history then?
I do. I think I think that the 10-point, that's why I stuck with the 10-point platform program because, if you read David Hillier now, David's saying something different. If you read Bobby Rush is saying something different. Bobby Seals is saying something different. Angela Davis is saying something different. Elaine Brown got a book.
But I went with some of the information because it says the FBI and others was falsifying the information that the scholars was putting back then. That they got documents on that saying that all that stuff wasn't true. That they tried to make them a militia group so they can take them down. See, I read other documents that put me to that point.
I agree with that, but my thing was pointing out like I don't know how you make King a nationalist. I still don't know how you did that one.
Because I did that because in order to make him not a nationalist, you have to make the Black Panther Party no longer Black nationalist.
How?
Because they formed the Rainbow Coalition. They formed a multiracial coalition. They formed it.
How's that take them out of nationalism?
Because they weren't only just for Black.
See, I think that's where people get mad. I think that's where people get Black nationalism messed up. You do know the Italians and the Hispanics and all these people that come over here are nationalists. Nationalism only means we control our resources, our politicians. We control our own shit. It don't mean we hate nobody else. It don't even
I,
mean we
I
don't
get where
work
you
with
coming
nobody
from.
else.
I get where you come from, but you know what? I should have used it. It was two definitions for black nationalists. I went
Yeah,
with that, but the other one, they're not even all the same. So you can be a black nationalist and don't
exactly. I
necessarily
thought you
believe.
was gonna go
Yeah,
there.
they're not
You
all the
said
same.
that.
Yeah, they're not
Like,
even all the same.
I'm a black nationalist separatist. You got black nationalist repatriationists that believe in going back to Africa. You got black nationalists who look, we got a capitalist black
Yeah,
nationalist. Our boy
yeah.
DJ, don't we, Black Son?
That's right.
So,
Yep.
you
Facts.
know, you're right. Black nationalism comes in categories. I thought you was gonna hit there, but even with that, I still would have argued that Dr. King doesn't fit in any of those categories.
So you don't
I
think
don't
he
think
fit?
he was. I don't think
So
he was a black nationalist. No,
so
I
No, he
what?
think he
wasn't.
was a
No.
reformer,
Remember that
integrationist
speech he
reformist.
had, right? When he was spoke for economic power that blacks in the ghettos had accommodate the wealth to themselves and build their own communities up. You don't agree with he had a speech on that.
Okay, but that doesn't speak to black nationalism. We've always had a boule class. We've always had a class of economically stable people in the black community
Yeah,
that
but listen, it's different definition for black nationalism. So what would you use to take him out of black nationalism? Is what I'm saying.
the fact that I don't think he declared a nationalist destiny. He didn't demand that we have a nationalist destiny with a nationalist identity. His identity was American. He wanted to
No,
infuse us into an American
no,
identity.
see, but listen, that's the where everybody go wrong with him. He was the same thing Black Panther Party was doing. They was fighting for equality they were integrating in the system for power. And he was doing the same thing, but they took it as if he want to move in the house and be the cook again. He was
He
speaking
said
on the
that.
same thing.
But he
Yeah,
said
no, he
that. Did
did.
he not
No,
say, I fear I have talked my people into integrating into a burning house?
yeah, and that's exactly what the Black Panthers did. I was talking about the system, integrating with the system to get power and equality,
Exactly.
and they
So
both
he
did it. That's what I'm
realized
saying.
but we look at I would you know where I would have killed that because I would have explained timeline.
Yeah, but
I
the
would have
Panthers did
looked
that
at
also. They
when you
was
look
fighting
at the
for.
time when you look at the timeline when the Panthers were in the last throes of their life, when their leadership was incapacitated with prison or outright murdered, you find Bobby Seals again. My problem with Bobby Seals, you find Bobby Seals going to reformism. Bobby Seals shut down the Panther parties, called the key leadership to Oakland, and began to run people for office. He left revolutionary theory, but
Yeah,
look
but
what
see, that's where it gets you at though, because does their ideology, do they share the same ideology? So by the time Martin Luther King, before he died, he shared their ideology, and you saying
No, by
both
that
Seals
time,
and the
Martin Luther
Black
King.
Panthers, he had the same ideology.
No, by that time, Martin Luther King had left. Shit, you
I
should have
know.
argued. You should have argued by the end of his life was he more Black Power than the Black Panther parties because
No, but no, no, see,
they
listen.
was trying to integrate into the system, and Dr.
Yeah,
King was saying
yeah,
shit. I told my people that we integrated into a burning house. It seemed like
but
they were
listen,
switching roles.
but that was my whole point of the debate is that the end goal of the Black Panther Party philosophy, the end goal at the end before they separated, they had the same philosophy as Martin Luther King. You just said it.
No,
They
Martin
were
Luther
becoming
King didn't have the same philosophy. His philosophy had changed.
no, but he was joining Bobby Seale.
Some of his philosophy had changed. Who told you
You
that?
don't
Bobby
believe? No,
Seals.
yeah, you don't believe that? It's out
Bobby
of his
Seals
own
Nobody
wasn't
mouth.
said
there.
You don't
Bobby
believe? You
Seals.
don't believe that?
Hell
I mean, you
no.
got to not believe the
No,
information, not
sir.
the man mouth. That's the only way to go around it because it's what
I
he said.
mean,
That's what I'm saying. I
I
went off of
mean,
his
yeah,
information. I
I
don't
ain't
know.
mad at that.
May I be heard?
Oh yes, I'm
What's
sorry.
up,
Who was this
Natasha?
on?
Hey,
I'm getting on here my
Natasha.
glasses on. Oh, what's going on, Akasha? Peace.
Peace
Peace,
to
Queen.
the panel.
Peace, Akash.
Hey, this was beautiful. I was excited before this debate, and I was excited during this debate. I wanted to see this, and neither one of you disappointed. Yanga, I was very, very impressed. I was like, okay, so he has settled into his uh, his presentation. It
Thank you.
did beautiful. You did
Thank you.
really, really well. I will say this though. I was in the chat and I was yelling, I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You got baited into being bullied. I'm
Into
like,
being
just sit
bullied,
back, yeah, into being the
I
bully
sure
again.
did. Okay.
You, I'm just like, Yanga, just sit back and breathe. Just breathe. That's all you got to do, because uh, you you'll get excited because this is your lane, and when you get excited, you come off as that bully. Even though we know that's not who you are, you come off as that bully. And I was like, damn, he did it. He let he let KOT do it to him again. Like, just breathe, Yanga, damn it, breathe.
I thought he was. I
But
thought KOT was bullying me. He wouldn't answer
oh,
my questions. I was like, man, he bullying me, dude.
but KOT, you did a wonderful job. I think that, like, I did the same thing that you did when the scores came. I was like, hey, so um, Solar said, hey, these two categories have been pulled. Like, I think that we all need to know, like, okay, so obviously that 150 is not the highest that we're, able to get anymore. So what is the high score, and what does the new judge system look like? If I were, I just told KOT in the chat, but I'm going to say it here to the both of you. If I were, see, where it is that, and what these new judges are looking for and everything, what they saw. I know that I will be, after every debate, I want the judges notes, because I need to know what they're looking for and where I can improve. And especially with a new scoring system and brand new judges, we have no idea who these judges are, and we don't know what they're looking for. And we know that they've gone through, a rigorous training too. So, like, if I were you, I would ask for those notes. But I'm very, very excited. I knew, Yanga, you did not disappoint. I knew that you were coming for blood, because you like me. Like, you hold a grudge. We gonna say we don't hold no grudge, but in this type of arena, it's like, wait a minute, hold on. That didn't go the way that it was supposed to go. It was supposed to go my way, and it didn't. And I thought that I had this, and so if I have a chance to come back, then yeah, the tides are gonna turn. I got something for you, and you didn't disappoint. I knew that you were going to perform, but I just wanted to let you know that your presentation skills, yes, you did that. I was very, very impressed. Very impressed. Congratulations to both of you, and congratulations, Yanga, on your win. I see Commissioner Angel in the building, so I guess we're about to
Thank
get
you.
some information. I'll shut up.
Kamish, what's
Peace,
up?
everybody.
Peace,
Peace.
Peace, Queen.
Peace.
Congratulations to KOT and Yanga. Thank you for kicking us off. I was enjoying it.
Man, that's what's up. And I can speak for me, and I'll let KOT speak for him. Man, I'm honored to be the first debate of the season. That shit was kick ass. So I appreciate that, to be able to, so that's what's up, man. What do you have to share with us today, Commissioner?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I only caught bits and pieces. I was on the phone with Solar. I was trying to get him to come up as well, but he's really tired. He worked late. So I noticed how quickly the stream kind of ended, and I wanted to come up because I guess another thing that we realize is that you guys didn't get clarity on the fact that the PowerPoint and presentation is now combined into one. So that's just one of the rounds, and then the people's vote that has been removed for now. We're still figuring out what we're going to do with that, but right now it's just for the 5 rounds. It's just the opening, the premise, which encompasses the PowerPoint and how you present it, the rebuttal, rapid fire, and the closing. So the highest you could get, if you get a perfect 10 in each of the 5 rounds from each judge in the regular season, is a 100. So that's why the scores reflected the way they did. And if you recall on the website, there's the stats and standings page that has the graph there. Those scores for each individual round are going to be updated within 24 hours. So I'm going to go in and put the scores in first thing in the morning. The way we're going to do it with the notes is if a debater requests it, you have to send us an email and we will email you the actual judges scoring sheet. So you'll see exactly what they did with their notes and everything, typos and all. So that's how we're doing it for now. Yeah.
Man, these are some tough judges. 87 of 100. Should I be offended? I hope they tough.
Absolutely not. Come on, 87 out of 100, and then I mean, like you guys were the first debate of the season. Yeah, like we're that 87 crowd.
The highest
like,
you can get is 100.
That's almost.
Oh damn!
Almost got an 8. What are you talking about? You were 3 points from 8.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Like that should be proud.
I think 87 just feels low because of the way things were done. It was like so easy to just get a 10, it seemed before. But yeah, the judges they're a little tougher. They're not nitpicky, and you will see. So I'm not going to give there he is. I'm not going to give too much away, but I'll just give you. So one of the judges, her name is Lady L. So right now the judges are not putting their real names out there. I think 1 or 2 of them are, but Lady L is the one who I'll just give you her numbers just so you can get an idea. So for KOT, he got a 9 in the opening, a 9 for the premise. So he was coasting. And then for the rebuttal, he got an 8. The rapid fire is when it went down. He got a 7. And then he got an 8 in the closing. So then for YANGA, she gave in the beginning, as you can see, KOT was in the lead as far as she was concerned. Wow. YANGA got an 8 for the opening, an 8 for the premise. Then it all changed around. He got a 9 for the rebuttal, a 9 for the a 9 for the rapid fire, and then a 9 for the closing. And that was just for one of the judges.
Shift gears. Wow.
It's like you said, I guess it makes sense. Being the first to go, so we just have to see the other debaters. It's always been a tough because compared to last season, heck yeah, that seems low. But this is interesting.
Yeah.
Now so we got the rebuttal round because now we need to add. I wonder if we can add like a minute or 2 on the premise. Because I was trying to write his information down, but before I can get it down, it went to the next slide. So I was like, now I don't know how I'm going to rebut a lot of this.
I will say this too, brother KOT. I think you both, when you go back and look at it, I think one of the things that happened, I will say YANGA did, he kind of turned things around in the rapid fire, but in part, it probably was because of the connection. And I'm not going to say that you didn't lose points because of the connection, but it caused such a delay. It just seemed like YANGA was dominating because there was such a delay and your camera kept freezing. So that may have played a part in the flow, when things started to change around. At least that's what I noticed. Both of your internet was kind of messing up a little bit, but at one point, KOT, yours was just like we couldn't even hear you. I think even YANGA had to keep asking you to repeat yourself in the round.
Yeah. I was wondering about that. I thought he was freezing up. It was me. Okay, dang.
Yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't bullying me. It just was so it was that delay. I thought he was just not answering my questions.
No, seriously, brother. I tried to tell you how it was a delay. I just
KLT slick, man.
I thought he was playing. You know how they play freeze up, how they sit still.
Solar
look at this Negro playing like the shit froze, wasting my time.
No, brother. Because I was wondering every time when the speaker started speaking, I was like, hold on, is it a delay? I was just wondering.
Solar, wake up, bro.
Hey, what's up? What's up, man?
Ain't KLT slick.
Yeah, KLT, man.
Look as a can of oil.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah. I think that and two, when we was training the judges, those 10s are going to be harder to come by this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just keep that in mind. And I think that for the first debate, you know, in light of with all the other things that been, you know, kind of amalgamated in with the system, we have less rounds, so obviously it's going to be less points.
Don't be trying to use my word now. You jumped on my shit in the Hucklebuck. Now you how about amalgamated?
Yeah.
You tore my ass up. You word. Now you ain't use my word.
You was dancing like Cisco in that round, man.
Man, I was Michael Jackson moonwalking on your ass. You didn't have nothing for me, man. You didn't have nothing for me, man.
So that along with the nines, because she gave you the scores from the judges. So if you get like a 9 each round, or like maybe like an 8 and a 9, eventually, like, out of the 5 rounds and 2 judges, then it's going to be maybe close to 10 points being deducted totally, in total. Because if, like, for example, if you get a 9 from both judges each round, you're going to end up with a 90. So, but you got a 9 in each round, though. You got a 90. And
I didn't know how many
if you get like an 8, if you get like an 8,
bad.
and then it's like, so that's like, you ended up with the 87. So,
that's not bad.
Yeah. So that's not bad. You know what I mean? So, you say, just gotta get accustomed to the new system. That's all. We took away, the people's vote, and also, the PowerPoint.
So why do we have a judges and witness protect program? Why don't we have why don't they?
So I can answer that.
Okay.
So yes, if you remember, the plan was, before the season started, we were supposed to have a meeting so that you all can meet the judges. But as you can see, time just got away. Trying to get all of these judges together. We were lucky to do it on 2 occasions. Other than that, it has been difficult getting them all on one meeting, because they have stuff going on outside of this. So the hope is maybe after the marquee matchups, we can just have them do a quick introduction. When I tell you, Yanga, some of them had to create YouTube accounts. Like, they are not on here like that. So, I'm a little nervous for them. That's why I kind of, told them to use aliases if they feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're going to come out. They're wonderful people. But you all will definitely be meeting them soon. We're not going to have them just hiding from you, and you're wondering if they really exist. So.
Man, excellent. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, man, I can't send shouts out enough to KOT for giving me the debate, being so prompt on setting it up, not making it difficult to come up with a subject and stuff like that. I joke and pick and say my little slick stuff to him, but dude, I really appreciate that debate. And I appreciate you keeping me on my toes like that and starting the season out so freaking super. Because I'm just, now I'm like all amped and just ready to start roaring now. So I appreciate you, and definitely the judges, man, who voted in my favor. I'm not going to snooze on that and not say that I'm peaceful. Indeed.
Yeah, I'm happy I got to see the scores, though, because I want to know, like, what I could have went wrong at. But I just knew that rebuttal. I knew in the rapid fire, I knew something was going on. But I knew in the rebuttal, when I was trying to write information, I knew I would be slipping a little bit.
Well, I think you went wrong by challenging me to that damn topic. That was the first mistake you made. You know that's my lane.
Brother,
you know I wasn't gonna let you do it to me twice. You thought I was gonna let you do that to me twice?
But I didn't know you was gonna attack that 10-point, because I attacked it at the last debate.
So exactly.
Yeah, if I knew that, man, I sure would have. But I didn't want to seem like I was gonna use all the same information.
I knew what you was gonna do. I knew you was gonna do what I did. I knew you was gonna overthink it. I knew you was gonna do that somewhere, like I did with that equality and equity type stuff. I said, you know what? I'm gonna stick to let the Panthers talk through the platform, and what Dr. King said about it, and try to make the distinction the best of my ability on ideology. But I think you were shooting for it. I do, me personally, and shit, you was debating me. I think you was shooting for it. In some areas, I think you was all over the place. I think Scheme used a big ass word. I'm gonna have to go look up. What'd you say, Scheme? He conflagrated the civil rights and Dr. King.
Oh yeah, he conflated some shit.
Conflated.
Nah, that's why I felt
Damn,
good
that's
about
a
it.
nice word.
No, I felt good about using
Conflated,
the interview of Bobby Seale, but I see why you would say that because what he spoke at his own interview, it would seem conflated, but I
He
brought
said
him
it
up
would
'cause he
seem
started the
conflated,
organization.
but
Yeah,
but he the one started the organization, so it would make sense why I would go to the guy who started the
I
organization.
agree.
you slick fuck.
I agree. You tried that one.
Slick mother.
You tried that one. But that was, shit, it was a good thing. I gotta ask my slick partner, son, man, you been over there quiet. What you got to say, big homie?
Oh, I'm just brushing up for Blue here. I'm just brushing up for Blue.
What a
Yeah.
DMT? He dropped off.
Yeah, he dropped off.
Yeah.
When is y'all debating?
We haven't had any debates in such a long time. It feels like when the Shuffle Bug started, I was like, ugh. Now I gotta go and find somebody to argue with just so I can get prepared for solar in this Shuffle Bug.
Oh God.
I totally, I'm not prepared. I gotta go pick a fight with somebody so I can argue, so I can get ready.
My absolute favorite part of the debate, I'm not even gonna front, is the Shucklebuck. He tickles the hell out of me until it's my turn. But I laugh at you guys when he's Shucklebucking at you guys. I laugh at y'all. I was like, that's Solar, damn it. And then when I get up there, boy, veins go to popping out of my head.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
what did y'all think about that Rio Blue collab?
Oh, that was fire.
Oh,
that
that
was
was hot.
fire.
Oh my gosh! And let's music was bomb, but let's not sleep on Solar and all the new graphics.
Yes.
All of our
God,
pictures,
yeah.
black and white.
That's my next
The
question.
black and white are so dope. When I saw everybody's photo come up in the black and white, I was like, yes.
Yes.
Black and white is super, super dope. And all the new graphics Solar got up, I love it. Solar, thanks for putting in that work.
Yes.
Indeed.
He's not playing. He was not playing.
Yes.
Yeah, the glass one was hard too.
Yeah.
The glass shattered.
Yes. I love
it. Yeah.
It definitely looks, Angel's been saying, no, season 5, brand new start, and season 5, brand new start. Everything looks different, everything is, new, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's dope. I love the graphics so much. And he has them where you just sit there. You know me, I'm sitting there waiting for my picture to come back up.
I have to ask this though. Okay, so we got a Blue and Rio collab for the opening. Teo, sir, like we can't sit up and act like you don't have bars. Like, what's the deal?
You know, I'm already thinking ahead to the playoffs.
What's that? Pushing out some new music for us or not?
They need to send me a beat. I'll jump on it.
Yes. You know you're going to get that call, and so is Scheme and anybody else that got some bars.
I got bars.
I got bars. I'm telling you, I got bars. I got bars. I'm serious. I got them bars. Now they may be Curtis Blowed in a motherfucker, but back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I get up in there, got that debate going on, you know what I'm saying? Bars.
Now, Yanga, I have to ask you one question.
Yes.
That coffee cup.
Oh.
Was there coffee in that coffee cup?
You know it. I am a coffee
I'm
beast.
like, I saw you pull that coffee cup up, and I'm like, nigga, you are showing your age. I'm like looking at the clock. I'm like, you are not drinking coffee in the middle of the night, are you?
Yes, talking to a young man.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
to. I couldn't smoke a cigarette. I can't smoke in
Not
the house. I
coffee and
needed something for
cigarettes.
KOT. Yeah,
Not
man, KOT. He had me sweating and thinking, scratching my head, my locks, and everything, man.
Hold up, you smoke cigarettes, Yanga?
I'm sorry, say it again, Angel.
I said, hold up, you smoke cigarettes?
No, I didn't say. I should have. I don't know. I said cigarettes because this is live, but I smoke a special type of cigarette. Okay, there you go. My grandma used to call it that wacky tobacco. Yeah. So right.
Well,
So
I just want to say, to KOT and Yanga, thank you so much. I missed this. It was so long overdue. We were supposed to have a Kasha and Scheme, that does not get forgotten. They were supposed to kick us off.
My gosh.
There was an issue with one of the judges, but I am so looking forward to y'all's. I think it's going to be next Saturday or Sunday. We haven't nailed down what day, but for KOT and Yanga, again, I really appreciate it. Keep on giving us these great debates, y'all, because the more I get, this is the goal is for us to take this where it needs to be. Let's just keep on pumping them out, and I'm going to do the rest as far as getting us into new spaces, trying to bring a whole new crowd over, and you all need to have your proper due. So that's what the goal is, for us to all just grow together. And I was going to say to Blackson, you got me a little bit scared. I'm super excited about this debate, but I'm scared as hell. Like, what you going to say? Like, what you going to say instead of like Putin, and instead of some strikes is waiting with this debate.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm glad you asked that question, Angel. So everybody, Putin is going to be Master P. Russia is going to be the Bears. So when I say the Bears, that's Russia. When I say Ukraine, that's UKR. That's Ukraine. And I haven't decided on Mr. Z, Mr. Zero, Mr. Zombie. I haven't decided on his name yet, but it probably be Zombie or Zero.
So what do you think? Like, because I'm still learning about the guidelines. Do you think that in the beginning we're at least allowed to say that? Like, you can give maybe a little rundown or what? Like, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get through this one smoothly.
Might want to put a whole slide up there and, say this is this and that's that. Like, don't say it at all. Just, put a slide up there and like leave it up there for a second so that everybody can see it, like read it. So that we know, okay, well, when he says that, this is what that means.
We might have to do that.
When is the debate?
Monday.
Shit.
No, I mean, it's a simple adjustment, like I said, and I hope Blue probably went to sleep, but yeah, it's a simple adjustment. Yeah, Master P, Mr. Z.
I see. But if you'd have had time, I'd have been like, you know what I'm saying, just as your slick partner, been just like, shit, we might need another, because we don't want nothing with new judges. You don't want anything to make it more difficult than it has to be.
Right.
But I'm sure we'll find a way to do it.
Does it have to be Master P, really?
I mean, I mean, that's the first thing I came. I mean, I could try to come up with another name.
No, I'm only teasing. Whatever you need to do.
You gotta call him Poontang.
Yeah.
No, I won't do that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some kind of disclaimer. We'll discuss it. We'll make sure we get it done, because the people need to know who y'all talking about. So we don't want to deviate too much, but we don't want to get it shut down midstream. Right. We want to hear it.
Because black folks, they'll be like, "Boy, Master P done invaded the Ukraine. You think about a damn bitch." I thought he was still with No Limit. Ukraine.
Right.
Round off the tax.
Oh man,
I go to work in a few hours. I wonder.
All right, Kale.
I want to say peace to the Queen, Commissioner Angel, peace to the Queen, Akasha.
Peace to you.
Congratulations, Brother Yang.
Thank you again, man. Thank you for the wonderful debate too, KOT, man. Thank you. Yeah, real and straight up, man. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom, fam.
Peace out.
Peace.
Yeah, y'all didn't know I get my Hebrew on. Or is that Yiddish?
All right, everybody. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to turn in. So everyone have a good night. It's been wonderful talking to you, and I'll talk to you all soon.
All right.
Peace,
Thank you,
Sister
Commissioner, for
Angel.
dropping on and sharing some time with us.
Good night, love.
Yo, I'm not going to be on here much longer, but I do want to say this. I am so looking forward to the Scheme and Akasha debate. Like Akasha said, she and I are similar. We hold those grudges. Scheme, you great. Your thing is, I mean, I like your style, but I'm going to have to say, I'm leaning a little bit just on her style, a little bit how Holly used to be. I can't wait to see Akasha emerge like the butterfly. Now, is this going to be your first debate as Akasha?
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, this is gonna be awesome. I remember we were talking earlier, and you were like, "Yeah, if you thought Holly was some, Akasha is bringing a little something new, a little something different." So, can we still expect that Akasha spice or something different that comes with the change of name and the change of style?
No, she's somebody completely different. Like, you told me that Holly was the teacher. She was Holly reminds you of your second grade teacher. I remember
that. You remember that?
I remember.
Damn, I better not debate you then. You gonna have a grudge.
Second grade teacher. I'm like, okay. I've been called the librarian, and Trevor even said in one of my debates, he said she's like the teacher that reads you, and you don't even know that you can read. So, like, I got to kind of take that and everything that I learned from everybody from season 4, I'm bringing into season 5, and Akasha has emerged. There's a little bit more fire there. I'll definitely tell you that. Like, that's the one thing that I did not have. Like, everybody's like, well, where's the turnip? I'm like, I don't know what a turnip looks like. Like, are you talking about the vegetable? Like, a turnip? Like, what is that? Like, but Holly may not have that, but Akasha, she does.
Oh yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how much he's turning up.
Sounds good.
We gonna get in. We have to, because like I just told Yanga, I am honored, to get Rookie of the Year. I really, I fought hard for that. I scraped my way to the top, and I feel a certain way. I'm not gonna lie about it. I've made no bones about it in season 4 that I had to share it because I worked for it, and I have to share it. Okay, cool. So, like, just like with Yanga and KOT, this was their tiebreaker. Me and you, we didn't get to see each other because you had that bone to pick with KOT because he kept whooping your ass. So, I get it, but it's my turn. It's my turn. It's Akasha's turn with you for this rookie.
Is this is this real?
Stop. Knock it all the way off.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what's going through everybody. Like, wait a second. What is your what when you realize, oh, I'm sharing Rookie of the Year with Scheme, you was like, oh, how nice of Solar. That's what should have been going through your head, like, oh, that was nice of him because he didn't have to do that. It's one of those type of, like, good
You're
looking
right.
out.
Wow.
He didn't have to give it to you. He didn't have to.
That helps you feel that night. Yeah. Like,
you're right.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great debate. I can't wait.
It's very nice.
This is gonna be good.
To give you a trophy as well.
Yeah, I'm about to.
I mean, I told Rio that he got a blue ribbon for participation. Maybe you can share that with him.
Here we go.
Yeah. I love
You
it.
know what?
Yeah, we can tell the heat's coming.
ribbon.
Yeah, and then you know what's sad after that, Yanga? After she said that, literally like every time, like randomly, like I said it 5 times after I heard that, and even in my interview, I think I was like, I just want to debate Holly for Rookie of the Year. That's really it, and debate you, Solar. And then he was like, "Okay, that's cool." And I'm like, and he's like, "Yeah, just get it. If she want to do it, that's cool." And I'm like, "All right." I just 5 times I could count on my right hand how many times I asked, like, "God damn, can we just debate? I just want to kill her already." Like debate, I just want to kill her already. Like he's like, I don't know, like
Okay, well,
like it's like a ghost. Like he just it's like I was talking to a wall, and I'm like, and then out of nowhere, they're like, "Oh, the marquee matchup, Holly and Skeen." I'm like, well, what do we have here? You could run, but you can't motherfucking hide. That's what.
Well,
yeah, it's like
right,
yeah.
and hide.
That
What
was
am I
right.
hiding in
No.
plain sight? We're getting ready to get it. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't understand all the like talking about the past is. We standing
Yeah, I
here in the
love
present.
it.
Why we caught up in the past?
Yeah,
She
that
said, "I don't
is a new.
understand why we're
Yeah,
caught up in the
that is a new
past."
Akasha.
Let's get it.
Listen, you
Okay,
guys.
yeah, all right, sounds good.
All right, that is new. That's Akasha for you. Listen, you guys, I'm out. I'm about
All
to
right,
call it.
man.
Hey,
Peace out, Yanga.
it's with you. Peace out, man. Thank you guys for jumping on here, sharing, doing the victory
congrats.
lap with me. And man, I'm looking forward to y'all debate.
Yeah,
and
man. Holly
my
done lost her
dude,
goddamn mind.
yeah, shout out to the DMT. But yo, the read uncensored in full effect. My man Blackson coming through. So Blue, hold it down. You better put some weights in your boot, baby. Put some weights in your boots, cause my man coming through full force. Yo, I get up with y'all though.
Yes, sir. Be easy.
Indeed.
Again, before you go, I want to say this again. Your presentation was beautiful. It was
Thank
beautiful.
you, Akasha. That means the world. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta see that. It's fire like that. I gotta see it.
Impressed.
I appreciate that. Lady L only gave me an 8 though.
The shit was crispy like that, yeah.
I didn't think so, but
if
Akasha said it, I'm taking it.
It's crispy.
It was.
I appreciate that.
I gotta see it. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Oh, her phone will mess up while she's complimenting me.
Yeah, her phone going out.
Damn.
Yo.
I'm country.
Man, your shit tweaking.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
No, I'm in the country.
Okay.
This is what the country is like.
I heard that. Well, make sure you ain't in the country on the debate. Okay.
Yeah, or it's over for you.
No, my Wi-Fi. So I'm Gucci.
Your shit sound like KOTs.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
Thank you.
I'm sure. I'm moving.
You better hope you ain't at that location on that debate.
All right, fam. I'll get up with you guys.
I'm in the car.
All right.
Holly in a whole heap of goddamn trouble, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Scheme. I'm excited.
Well,
bro.
that's exactly what you're doing. You're lying to them.
Yeah, I know. After this, are you gonna still say you was Rookie of the Year?
That's the title that I have.
Look, you can hear a rap. Do what? Fucking piss. Oh God. Yo. She took a 5-second pause and was like, "Hell no, I'm not putting that on the line." What the fuck?
Right.
She was like, she said, "Am I falling for this? I don't have nothing to prove to you." Oh God. Borging out. Hey. Borging out. Y'all know what that means, family. Hey, I'm up out of here, man. Blackson, man.
Yeah, man.
Your thing, man. I can't wait for that debate.
Oh man. Shout out to you, Scheme. Shout out to you, Akasha, man. Hey,
yeah, Holly's done, man.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, Blue better be. I mean, I know Blue's gonna be ready, man. But yeah.
Oh yeah, the DMT that go come with that word. Y'all about this about to
He
be
gonna come with
powerful.
that work, but Blue, before you go, he left a comment. He was talking to Juju, talking about he gonna believe in the love doctrine. Blue, it's not
The
gonna help.
love doctrine.
Yeah, it's not gonna help, baby.
The DMT.
Ain't gonna help, baby. But,
Look, she had to go.
Yep. I'm bringing the Mensa chords, so yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, man, this about to be crazy.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes, sir.
man. I might get
All
up
right.
out of here.
All right, Scheme. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, peace.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. That's it, man. Shout out to both Yanga. Shout out to KOT. Shout out to Akasha. Shout out to Scheme. Shout out to everybody in SVDL. Shout out to Solar. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to you, Blue. Blue's gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready too. The love doctrine, huh, Blue? Okay. All right, we'll see about that. All right, we out, y'all. Peace. Help her black son. Man, I'm tired. I'm tired, Deacon, man. Hey, I might. No, I got to prepare, y'all. So, y'all will see me Monday. Me versus Blue. Is Putin justified in invading Ukraine? I'm actually during the whole show I was quiet because I'm still doing some finishing touches. So yeah, and like I said, I got to change the names around. Putin's got to be Master P, Mr. Z. Zelensky's got to be Mr. Z. Russia got to be the Bears. So I hope this is broken down to the judges so we can translate all this because I'm the affirmative, so I'm the one that got to come all this. All Blue got to do is uh, be the negative and disprove or try to disprove that Putin's not justified. So yeah, with that being said, I'm out. Peace, y'all.